What is up, everybody? We're talking about some South Park here, and we decided to go ahead and just roll right into it. Goot, what's the episode you like to show your kids on South Park?
So as Max was bringing it up, the whole South Park season 27 premiere coming up in June. You said
July 9th.
July 9th. Yeah, a few episodes ago we were talking about South Park and us like watching it as kids, and like you wanted to show your kids it, and like I was looking through on Paramount Plus to see like if they had any of the original series streaming. So, like, instead they had the different like one-off specials, but I wanted to show the Halloween special with corn in it. Like the Scooby Doo
parents.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I honestly, when they say South Park season 27, that's like, what are we up to now? 105? Like, where? Like,
episodes or seasons?
No, the music. Remember, now that's what I call music.
Oh,
I remember
they're still around.
They're still making new ones.
No way.
I swear to God,
Shit.
dude. I was at
I'm googling that right now.
Dude, look it up. Look it up. I was at Walmart.
What season of Now are we?
I forget what number it is, but it's up there.
Shit. 119 and a 120? The official store? They have different eras now.
Now that's what I call music series in the US. Ended with the release of Volume 90, May 3rd, 2024.
It's still on the shelves. It's still
no way.
think that was my job.
All right,
this
which
time.
one?
You're fine.
Right, let me see. What was on? Let's see if we can guess what was on Now Volume 90. Hold on, let me see. All right, now that's what I call Volume 90. All right, let's see. Oh wait, why is this one say Volume 90? And now Walmart says I see Now 91 and Now 92. What is this bullshit?
Is it the era or the year? Because I saw like 120 on the official the official website.
You know what? You guys are gonna make me look it up now. I thought you guys were professionals here. Hold on.
If it's ruined. Oh, what? No, it's you know what? Looks like there's spin-offs.
Yeah.
It's the main series looks like it ended at 90.
Why would you not go to 100? Like that, what a failure of a company.
All right, so there's 18 tracks and then there's 2 next tracks. I don't know what that is. They're from 2 people I've never heard of. So, can you guys guess any of the songs on this? I mean, there's known people on here.
Okay,
give me like a year time, like a year time frame.
It came out 2024, so I think it's all relatively newer shit. Like I don't even know some of these people. Bro.
I'm gonna
definitely
throw
Taylor Swift's on there, right? Is Tay-Tay on there?
No.
Wow.
They probably had to pay Tay-Tay a lot of money, so Tay-Tay is not.
Oh man. Okay, how about Mr. Worldwide? Pitbull.
Nah, that's too. He hasn't had a new hit in a while. Well, I think he's got.
But he's always featured. He's on something. He's everywhere.
New Year's Eve specials.
There's some former Disney bitches on here. I'll give you that.
Selena Gomez.
JoJo Siwa.
How of all the Disney bitches, those are the 2 you guessed. Neither of them are on here.
Damn it.
First of all, Selena Gomez, what? She's relevant. Okay. Dang, I said F word a lot. I forgot. I gotta pull back on
I didn't say that she's not relevant. I just said
with Sabrina Carpenter.
She Disney?
Dang, that's a good one too. She's relevant.
That is a good one.
Wow.
Doja Cat, is she on there?
Doja is not on here.
I was gonna say if she was the Disney one, my mind was gonna be blown. I was like, Doja was on Disney? Disney Doja?
I don't think I know any of these songs, guys. I really don't think I know any of these.
Are you sure this person was on Disney? Ben Savage from Boy Meets World.
What's the girl in Wicked? Ariana Grande.
Oh, there you go. There's one.
First
of 2.
She was on Nickelodeon. Get your shit correct.
Oh, that's not Disney?
No, iCarly, that was Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah. I thought Disney owned it. I don't know.
You guys, this is what I'm talking about. We don't know if we're on Now 120, Now 90. We don't know Nickelodeon and Disney. No, she was on Cartoon Network. She played Dee Dee on Dexter's Laboratory.
I love that show.
Dee Dee, dude, that show was so good.
Remember the Dee Dee dance?
All right, so you're missing like one of the main ones. I'll give you a hint. She went crazy like Britney Spears at one point.
Lohan, she hasn't put anything out recently.
Even T-Dog got it.
Oh, Miley Cyrus?
There you go.
Oh my God, Hannah Montana. I love that show.
Used to Be Young was her song. I don't even know. Ariana Grande was Yes and ? I don't know that.
Jay-Z is he on anything?
Nicki Minaj is on here. Everybody featuring Lil Uzi Vert. No idea what song that is.
Lady Gaga.
Gaga's not on here. Dua Lipa, Houdini. I think I know that one.
Ooh, I know that one. I do like. You know what? I am a. That's a guilty pleasure. I love me some Dua Lipa. She's hot
Tate McRae, X's, Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. I don't.
Oh my! You know that one. That one was all over TikTok. The dude that does the front flip off the piano.
Oh, I might know that one.
You know what I'm talking about. That guy. I can't
Breathe by Yeet.
Yeet.
Selfish, Justin Timberlake.
He's still around.
That's another Disney one.
Pattern from SZA. Never Lose Me by Flo Milli.
I like to see them
On My Mama, Victoria Monet. Red Drum, 21 Savage, 21. Whatever She Wants, Bryson Tiller. No, Post isn't on here. Seasons, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Ooh.
White Horse from Chris Stapleton. World on Fire, Nate Smith. Where the Wild Things Are from Mr. Luke Combs.
Okay.
And then the two I don't know are Tennessee Love Song, Anella Huram, and Drunk Text from Henry Moodle. I'm sure if I listened to some of those, maybe. That makes sense. Now what I call their label is Legacy, which is owned by Sony. So maybe a lot of these are like Sony artists.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
I don't know, because I don't listen to a lot of new music apparently, because I probably knew 3 of those people, the entire list that you said. I know them, I know the name, but I don't listen to any of their music. If you're like, who sings this? I'm like, I'm not good with the new stuff.
Same here.
Well, now I kind of want to go to now what I call music 1 to see if you guys can guess anything from the first 100%.
100%.
I got to see how to get there. All right, hold on. Let's see.
I have the list.
I own this one.
I got it. I want to see you two go against each other.
Okay.
All right, what year did that one come out? It had to be what, mid-90s?
98, I'm thinking.
98, October 27, 1998.
Dude, if I remember, the disc was like almost like one of those old school 90s popsicles, like that red and yellow, like intertwined. Dude, I'm telling you, I might even still have this.
You are
in my
100%
little
autistic.
Yes.
Dude, I'm telling
100%.
Oh my God. I'm going to send you guys a picture. Remind me after this, because I still have my little zip up binder that had all my CDs in it and everything. I don't throw anything away. I'm not a hoarder, but I still have. Yeah, dude,
that's what I'm
saying
too. I just packed it.
You don't have now
Did you guys put the like pamphlets that came in the CD case in the CD?
Oh yes.
And then you slip the CD behind it. Oh yeah.
How else would you know the lyrics, dude? If the pamphlet didn't have the lyrics too, that was a shitty pamphlet. Like, you needed that insert that had the lyrics of each song, the duration of each song. That was art, dude. Linkin Park had some good shit too. Some artwork.
Oh yeah. So there's 16 songs.
Okay, so NSYNC's got to be on there. I think Bye 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 was on that one. Damn.
Backstreet Boys?
Yes. As long as you as long as you can love.
Okay. All right. Smash Mouth.
You love them.
Nope.
What about? I don't remember who sings.
I do love me some Smash Mouth. I know every word to their first 3 albums.
Is it? I keep wanting to say fastball.
The Way. Yep.
Yes,
that's on there.
Okay, so now I'm thinking. So now it's late 90s. Lenny Kravitz.
He's on there.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a
Away.
good one.
Is Christina Aguilera? Is that too early? Or too?
Oh, is that
Britney?
She's not on there. She's not in there either.
That might be like 2000s. Might be a little too early there.
Ooh, Sex and Candy.
Marcy's Playground. You got it.
Boom. Okay. Okay.
Salt and Pepper.
No.
I think
Damn.
that's too late for them, right? Weren't they? They were. I think they were early 90s. What was some
I thought
other
maybe
one?
we'd get some Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls on that bitch.
Was some TLC. Are they not on there?
TLC.
They're not on there.
Nah, they're definitely. I feel like that was like a year or two before that.
What about Everclear?
See them.
Soundgarden.
That's a good
Everclear's
one.
on there. I will buy you a new. What's that? I'll buy you a new life.
Okay.
We'll buy you a garden
Oh,
way
yeah.
up in the West Hills. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Damn, I'm trying to think of what
Alanis
about
Morissette?
Smashing Pumpkins?
No. I wish, but no.
Is Alanis Morissette on there?
No.
You're gonna name all these songs. I'm gonna know every single one, and I'm gonna be mad at myself for not knowing.
Hold on. There's two other bands besides NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. What about give me 98 Degrees and Hanson?
Hanson's
Let's go,
definitely a good
baby. Mbop.
one. Ba, da, ba, doo, ba.
All right, so I'll tell you. So
Ooh, Spice Girls.
you got it.
Well, that's a good one.
Oh, you got
That's
it.
a good one.
She was obsessed with Spice Girls.
You have Janet Jackson.
Savage Garden.
Savage Garden. Nope.
Damn it.
Yeah, they're not on there.
Will Smith.
No. Get jiggy with it. No. You have Janet Jackson, Together Again. You even said The Way, Fastball. Spice Girls, Say You'll Be There. All Saints, Never Ever.
Okay.
Shorty.
Never would have guessed that.
Imagine. Barbie Girl.
Gwa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Barbie Girl was on there.
You've been nailed. Everclear, Sex and Candy, Backstreet Boys, As Long as You Can Love, Harvey Danger, Flagpole, Sitta.
Such a good song. You know that song, right, Ewan?
I don't know. You'd have to hum it to me.
You would know it instantly.
God damn it. That was all the same tone to me.
Yep.
I have visions. I was in the, like.
Oh, yes. Okay.
song.
Yes.
What'd you say, Ben?
Okay. I know what you're talking
What about
about.
Vitamin C, T-Dog says?
No.
Graduation? No, that was 2000.
I think graduation was 2000.
Yeah.
2000.
They played that at my 8th grade graduation.
Me too,
All-
bro. I think.
Yeah.
No, not 8th grade. Was mine elementary? I can't remember.
For you, it was elementary. For us, was graduation.
It was, yeah.
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Damn it.
all
Now
my-
Harvey Danger's going to be stuck in my head all night. I'm going to wake up tomorrow singing that goddamn song.
you have All My Life by KC and JoJo.
Dude,
Wow.
if you didn't grope your first ass at a middle school dance to a little Casey.
T-Dog knows that song for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, JoJo, bro.
All My Life by JoJo.
I pray for someone
All
like you.
my life.
I love that song.
Yeah, see? Yeah, because she's thinking back. She's like, I got my ass squeezed by so many to that song. That dude, I'm telling you, I'm about to play some of that tonight. I'm getting some tonight. That's the secret song. All right, continue. I'll write that down.
You have Tonic. You even said Zoot Sweet Riot by Cherry Poppin'.
Okay.
Anytime, Brian McKnight.
Oh, Brian.
Oh.
One. It's like a dream come true.
True.
Two. Just wanna be
Wanna
with,
be with
you. Oh,
you.
bro.
Because
You know
you're
what?
the
After-
only one for
Oh,
me.
for some Brian McKnight. Is he still alive?
T-Dog doesn't like my singing. She might kill herself.
First of all, tell her that this podcast is actually going to turn into like a little trio. We're going to be a barber trio,
Ooh.
whatever. Just gonna start
Oh.
singing people, do little
Quartet?
singing grams.
That would be hilarious if we just sent we got to send it to just random people on the internet that we're not friends with.
Oh no, the first
Like
one's with a
just
T-Dog.
totally new people.
It's going to be
first
called.
one will be T-Dog.
It's going to be Brian McKnight Night because it's going to be a bedtime one that we're going to sing to her. It's going to be a lullaby.
He's still alive. Speaking of
How
which,
old is
he's 60. Doesn't say. God damn it.
Speaking of old people, Val Kilmer died.
That's I
Say
think what he was
rest
gonna
in
say.
peace. He was on my list last year.
Yeah, Val Kilmer died.
55.
65. He was 65, I thought.
Yeah. No, Brian McKnight's 55.
Oh, Brian McKnight's 55? Okay.
He's
Yeah.
only 55.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks like Vince Young in an old way. Then
I don't know if that was racist or not. Oh, almost passed out.
He does. Oh my god.
All right, what do we got next, Goot?
Karma. All right.
Karma Police?
Yeah, Karma Police.
Radiohead.
And yeah, you nailed Lenny Kravitz Fly Away. Those are the only 16 songs. It was dual CD, right?
No, I think it was just one. I think.
Euban would have been the guy that did that CD thing.
Yeah.
And he just never paid for it. He'd get his 10 CDs and just never send a check. And they're like, God damn it, another one. No.
Dude, no, my mom had that. Oh my God. What was it? Finger Hut, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And then the CD thing where you got like the 32 CDs for a penny a piece, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first Nickelback CD on that. So I blame that company for making me like Nickelback.
Do you guys remember? I saw a random TikTok. Do you guys remember the guy in like the 2010s, B.O.B. Bob or whatever? He was the rapper.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I saw it. They're like, what happened to Bob? I'm like, yeah, what happened to him? And of course, that's how they got me, because I'm like, that guy just disappeared. He had like all these crazy hits. He was like on the top charts and he just dropped off. And people think it's because apparently the video was like talking about his life, but apparently it was just because he was telling people he's a flat earther. He believes the earth's flat. And then his career like died after that or something.
That's wild.
I don't know. I mean,
is that
didn't
factual?
happen to Kyrie, but
I know, right?
He's good at basketball.
He is good at basketball. He's on a shitty team, but he's good at basketball.
Yeah, it's a shame.
The Haley Williams singing with him too. Like that was one of the Airplane song or whatever.
Yeah.
And I knew every freaking lyric to that song. I was like, look at me, guys. I was like, street cred. I was like, Northwest Missouri rural area. But I was like, look at me. I was like, I don't see color. I was like,
he definitely had some bangers, man. He definitely had some bangers.
Haley Williams could be in anything and turn anything into a hit. I love her.
True.
To death.
She can sing.
She can.
So I saw before we get into what I know you have, Euban, let me bring my thing up, and I thought this would be interesting for you guys. So, in light of apparently Venezuela is going to come out and declassify a bunch of Nazi documents showing like what Nazis went to Venezuela after World War II, and people are thinking you're going to see shit about Hitler being one of them because that's like a big conspiracy. What time period would you go back to solve a like history blunder that we don't know about? For me is the pyramids. I think I would want to go back and see who built the pyramids. I still don't believe anything that they say about the pyramids.
I know, right? Yeah. Speaking of Easter around the corner, I always watch the 10 Commandments every year. Ever since I was a little kid, I always watch it. That's my Easter tradition. I always watch the 10 Commandments. Charleston Heston is the man.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen the 10 Commandments. I've seen clips of it, but I don't think I've ever actually watched the whole thing. I've also never seen like Passion of the Christ. I've saw just pieces of it. Gotcha. I don't know.
If I can go back in time, and since you guys are talking about Easter and everything else, I would probably go back in time to witness Jesus and just kill him myself.
I was waiting for the hook. He would come back and be like, you'd be like,
yeah. I was looking, I was like, that's going to be a long edit. Like that's gonna... The pyramids is a good one. I man, I can't think of anything off the top of my head besides maybe my parents conceiving and just stopping that from ever happening. Man,
hey, it's your son. Don't do it. Oh, I'm disappearing. Good job.
it's like, thank you. Oh, I did it. Man, I can't even think of any like historical. I mean, I don't know. I probably want to be like a fly on a airplane at Pearl Harbor just to see that. I don't
Well, like,
know.
or like even like conspiracy theories. Like, what's something that you wish you could go back to and just you saw it yourself? Like the pyramids is like something that that's like one of those big time conspiracy theories. Which you're probably right.
A lot of people would go biblical and say Adam and Eve, but I would like to go to the Salem witch trials to see that whole thing to start, just to see what was true behind it, and just the stuff they did.
They did some crazy shit. Dude.
I would probably I'd probably kill the people trying to torture those poor girls, but I mean, I'd change history.
I would say it's the butterfly effect. What if you let those bitches alive and then we all have third arms or some crazy shit?
See, I almost want to go to the future just to see what, you know what I mean? Like, see if there's something that we can do now to stop what maybe potentially is happening in the future.
We wouldn't come back. You have to meet sex robots.
I would.
True.
I'm gonna not say the F word. I'm gonna F the sex robot viciously. No lubrication. If before I die, I was telling the boys backstage, I'm gonna put it in my will. Do not resuscitate me. I'm gonna sign a DNR, but I do want you to slap a sex robot on me to see if that'll bring me back to life. And if it doesn't, slap it on there for a good minute. I don't need much time. I just want to see. I want that to be my dying wish. I want to see what that's like. These things are getting very, very scary. And that
interchangeable parts.
Yeah, there's a company called Eliza Labs. They're making one. They have like an AI type of thing for it, and is building where they have. It's a girl. She's 5'10". She can run 8-minute mile. You can change it, obviously, but she does your scheduling. She can be your companion and all that fun stuff. They're putting like an artificial vagina in her. I mean, it's crazy that all this different stuff that this what they could be capable of. And a few weeks ago, I saw this movie called Companion with they had robots in there. I would want one as like a guardian when I get older. I don't want to put pressure on my kids to watch me die or watch me get old and whatever happens to me. But like I would want one robot just to keep me safe and whatever else that happened, of course. But just I don't know.
I want one just purely to like that's to F it. Sorry, dang it.
There was there was a show called Humans that was out. What year was that? Let's see, 2015. It was pretty good. It lasted 3 seasons, and it started out with like they start to mass produce like, I mean, sentient. They're not sentient, but they were robot like helpers basically. And within the first 2 or 3 episodes, the husband bangs it and causes this whole thing. And then, but what happens is, and I thought it was pretty cool, is that they all have that like wall where they can't become sentient. Like they can't think for themselves. They have to listen to you. And a hacker breaks in to their mainframe and releases a download that gets rid of that wall. So all of the robots in the whole world become sentient beings. And then there's all this like there's revolts and there's all this crazy shit like, well, is it real because it's a robot? Is it so then there's all this like there was a lot of stuff with like judicial systems and stuff. Well, how do you handle it? And can you send one of those robots to prison even though it can't die or age? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of crazy shit. I saw some crazy shit too about they're going to start using like AI and VR for prison. And they put these people through this training thing, and it was like 10 minutes, but they felt like they were in it for 10 years.
Yeah.
And they served their sentence. So like mentally, you serve your sentence, and I don't know how that would work because you would atrophy. Like you got to move.
Exactly.
Well, I guess you wouldn't atrophy because it's only 10 minutes. I don't know, bro. I don't know how that works.
The psychological effects, though, it's mind blowing. It makes me flash back to Picard. There's one episode of Star Trek Next Generation, where they do that to Picard. He lives a full life somewhere else, and he comes back in 10 minutes, and he's like, he's got to step away for a minute because I mean, what do you do when you come back? Like, what do I have left to do?
There's people that have had trips like that, like MDA, was it MDMA or whatever the psychedelics are, where they'll go on trips. There's been people that have literally lived an entire lifetime in an hour or half hour, and like they remember their significant other that they met, their kids' names, and then they come out of the trip and they're like in their basement by themselves. You know, they're like, "What is this? This is not the life." Like, could you imagine that? That would throw me for a loop. That's why I can't do psychedelics.
I couldn't come back. No.
Yeah. Me and T-Dog are too dark to do psychedelics. We would
I would start cutting off limbs or something like that. Like I would just feel like I'm getting attacked by Freddy Krueger and have to, fight for my life and end up killing myself. And that's how they're going to find me, is just naked and afraid. That's going to be the new TV show, the remake. It's not going to be people hiding out and trying to survive. It's going to be how you died naked. That's going to be me. But I don't know, like I don't believe, I forgot where the hell I was going to go with this. I had a complete brain fart. I forgot where the hell I was going with this. I had Freddy Krueger, and then all I could think about was having slashes across my face. I'm like, that would suck. And then I saw your mask behind you, Goot, and I'm like, that shit's scary as well. And then I lost where the hell I was going.
Terrifier?
I would love to see Eubin's brain. Like, do you guys ever put it in ChatGPT and it goes over the logic? It's like, oh, I'm looking at this. Now I'm going to look at this. And because of this, I'm going to look at this. I'd love to see that in Eubin's brain. It's like,
dude, I hate watching TikTok
boobs.
sometimes too.
Oh, nipples. Oh, death.
TikTok.
Oh, Freddy Krueger. Oh, TikTok.
I get so overwhelmed at work sometimes too, because if I have 3 emails coming at the same time, I'm like, all right, that's cool. And I'm thinking how I'm going to handle each of them at the same time. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then my phone will ring and it's like, or then I get a text message to my mom and I'm like, oh, bitch. And then like, I don't know what it is. Easily I can handle that stuff in 10 minutes. Right. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm thinking of everything right now and it never stops. And then I see these TikToks that are like, if the voice in your head is always constantly going, you probably have like severe ADHD and obviously a little bit of autism, which I'm like, dang. I was like, I know you're not a doctor, but I was like, I feel like you're inside my mind right now. Get out of there, Professor X. I don't want to join your school. I don't like it. That's
short bus. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't ride the short bus. I was in GATE. That was gifted and talented education. Again, Professor X, he wanted to recruit me.
I couldn't ride the bus because I was like a little under 2 miles away. Oh. And in my area, they didn't pick you up if you were under 2 miles. So I walked every day to school in the goddamn rain. Dude, it would sometimes be 5 degrees. And I would be walking to school. And by the time I get to school, I am so cold that I'm just like shaking like an idiot. It was awful. Fucking awful.
Did you ever get jumped walking home?
No, because when I'm talking high school here, this was a relatively affluent high school. So it wasn't like my middle school days where I probably would have been stabbed repeatedly. The high school days were a little different.
Did you ever have to walk home, Goop?
No, I had a bus take me home.
Privilege.
Pick me up, take me home.
No, when I moved out in the middle of nowhere, obviously they had to bus everybody everywhere because like the kids lived like 20 miles away from the damn school. But whenever I lived in Las Vegas, I lived close enough to my mom's work from elementary that we would walk home. My brother and I got jumped twice. You know those little candy canes that have like the candy filled all the way in it that you get at Christmas times, like little stocking stuffers or whatever. He got one that was filled with like little tiny bubble gum, and he was so excited. And I watched his ass get jump, and then they twisted the candy cane and poured the gum on his head.
Oh,
but so I went from that to if you had Nikes, they would get stolen off of your feet. So my mom got everything from Payless. Shout out Street Shark shoes as well in elementary. Those are my favorite shoes of all time.
I got beat up for a yo-yo. Do you guys remember when the yo-yos had the ball bearings in them?
Yeah,
it was a game changer.
I was a fat kid. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I was just the quiet kid. And a guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, can I play with that?" I'm like, and we were walking home. I'm like, yeah. I was just excited. Someone was talking to me. And he just was like walking away from me. And I'm like, "Hey, man, that's mine." And he just kept walking and walking. And I got angry and I yelled a derogatory name. We won't say what. He turned around, ran up and beat the shit out of me. And then he took my yo-yo still. And I got up and I was like, "Yeah, that's right. You run, bitch." And he came back and he beat me up again. So I got beat up twice and my yo-yo was stolen. And I never got my yo-yo back. That was a sad part. Came home, I was beat up. T-Dog over here is laughing.
Did you hear that story before, or is it the first time?
You've heard me tell that story, haven't you?
A million times.
A million times, yeah.
Like someone stole your damn yo-yo.
Because I'll never forget. Okay, I'll never forget that yo-yo. And that's when my dad enrolled me into Taekwondo, which I did for a little while, but I was fat. So you tried doing a jump kick. Did I kill you, Euban?
It's a mixture of just her just being like, you're like, "Hey, have I told you this story before?" She's like, "Oh my God, yes." Like she's heard this. It's like the guy that blew his knee out in high school. Is like, could have gone pro, but but yours is like, it's not going pro. Yours is just the yo-yo.
Yeah.
But no. And all I can think about too is my brother's like Pokemon cards getting just jacked from him as well. And that was the first time I used a slur. It was
Yeah.
Oh, my kidney. I'm seasoned. Seasoned.
We've all been there because I went to a private school first through fifth grade, and I didn't really get into a fight, but I knew how to fight. And I was when I went to public school. This eighth grader, he was bullying a bunch of sixth graders, and like I guess the day he tried to mess with me, I called him a slur, and he tried to throw a punch at me, and I went with it. I broke his arm, and like he like passed out, and the teacher came out and he's like, "That was a bad slip." And I was like, I was confused. I was confused. I'm like, "Where's this gonna go?" He's like, "Because that was a bad slip." I'm like, "Yeah." I never saw him again. Like it was so weird, but
yeah.
He's gonna comment on this video. Actually, I'm sure Matt's just gonna cut the past 5 minutes.
Probably. You know what? We might as well add this one. I mean, again, I went to the street that I lived on and that my school was on Martin Luther King Jr. Street. So if that tells you anything of my middle school days, they looked up. My mom was looking at the school whenever she was signing us up and everything. And for some reason, they had the diversity chart on there, and it showed you the percentages of each ethnicity at the school. And my mom's like, "That's wild," And I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to be in the sixth grade. I don't know anything about it. But it said less than 1% Caucasian, 95% African American, and 4
And she
point
still
something.
signed the papers.
The school was literally, you could see it behind our house. Like she was just like, "I'm not paying tuition," and she's like, "I'm not busing you guys around anywhere." Like when we were in elementary, we used to go to. She worked at a casino, obviously. But did you guys ever see a Peter Piper pizza?
I've heard of it before.
Dude, this was like a knockoff Chuck E. Cheese, but it was right next to the casino. So she would give us $1 every day. She's like, "Hey, go play in this little arcade." And I'm like, "Dope." They had the little animatronics as well, always singing. And dude, from like first grade to fifth grade, that's what we did every single time. And one time we found a wallet that had like $18 in it. We bought a large pizza. We feasted like kings. My mom came up, picks up. She's like, "What do you guys like? We got to go." We're like, "Oh, breadsticks are coming out. We already got." And she's like, "How the hell did you guys get pizza and breadsticks?" And I'm like, they really like us because we didn't want to lie about stealing the wallet. Good times.
You found the wallet, sir.
Yeah,
They're still around.
In my back pocket. Dude, this one closed. It changed it to something else. I forget what. Oh no, it used to be a Pistol Pete's. That's what it was. Pistol Pete's Pizza. And then it went to Peter Piper Pizza. Good days. Good times.
Glad we're
man.
reminiscing here, guys. We're just bringing up some great memories. My
Yeah.
yo-yo.
Dude, were you good at the yo-yo? Could you do tricks?
This was before YouTube, but I got some damn good tricks in while I had it.
I thought you were gonna say that you had like a video arcade. You're like, this is like, hey, I didn't put anything on YouTube, but here is this library of videos of me videoing
Dude.
myself doing the cradle and everything.
If I had that shit, that would be on YouTube immediately because it would be hilarious. This fat dorky kid doing yo-yo tricks, thinking he was cool. He was not. He still isn't.
Did you ever video yourself doing anything stupid or embarrassing? I got semen in my throat.
No, I don't think so. Like, I think that it was in high school. Me and my best friend, he was African American. We obviously Robin Big was huge at that time, so he was 6'6", a lineman. I was we both played football as wide receiver, strong safety. So we would try to do our own Robin Big spin on different things. And the funniest time, we went to do a test drive one of those like Mini Coopers, and they were like, the weight on this car would break the car. The axles would just be sparking everywhere. Like they wouldn't let us do it. So that's the only time we ever recorded ourselves doing some stupid stuff.
I definitely made some like music videos to lip syncing some songs and everything. And I'm just like, that was pre TikTok time. And this was probably during the Now One days. So, I mean, it was not good. I was Team Backstreet Boys over in Sync all day too, by the way. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I would say that as well. I mean, it's not like I didn't really listen to them a whole lot. I was very into Smash Mouth. I'm not lying. I was really into Smash Mouth. I had an unhealthy obsession with Smash Mouth. T-Dog still makes fun of me because when I first
Spotify account was all Smash Mouth.
Okay.
Do they have more than
I had
one
a
song?
Spotify paid account, okay? Just to be clear. And I allowed her to sign into it to add songs that she would like on there. And all of my songs were deleted.
You could hear the passion in her voice. Oh my God, you can hear it.
She's like, why do you have 3 Smash Mouth albums? I'm like, I like Smash Mouth. She's like, you don't need this. It's all going in the trash. It's like nobody listens to this much Smash Mouth.
I like them too. I felt like they were disrespected because I watched the TLC, the Total Request Live with Carson Daly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I felt like they were so disrespected. Like they obviously show like Britney, NSYNC, and all the Backstreet Boys. I feel like Smash Mouth was disrespected.
Hear me out, okay? You guys, we'll talk about this next week. I'm going to bring it up. Look up Smash Mouth, and I don't want you to listen to All Star and the other song that was on Shrek that everybody knows. Listen to some of their. Listen to Astro Lounge, and I think there was one at it's got a yellow front. I forget what the name of that was. Listen to some of the offbeat songs. They're actually really good. They were good songs. They were like upbeaty, positive outlook on life. Because at that point, I was 16. I'm like, I got the rest of my life to live. I could be a doctor. I could do this. Like those type of songs. I listen to it now. I'm like, this is bullshit, but back to reality.
So I'm beginning to think that T-Dog used her time travel to go back and steal your yo-yo and then probably just smash the Smash Mouth CD to pieces. Like that's what she probably did.
You even said if you went back in time, you would you would have paid someone to have that guy steal my yo-yo and then break my Astro Lounge CD.
Me?
Yeah. She's laughing, meaning she probably did do it. She's a time traveler.
Oh, she is. You can't trust her. You know what I mean?
Dude,
but
you guys went to Blockbuster back in the day, right? We all did.
Oh yeah.
We had videotapes. There was a videotape my mom still has to this day. What was the true crime show? Why can't I think of it? Unsolved Mysteries was huge. That was like when it was like at its peak. And my brother was probably 4 or 5. I was like 9 or 10. And we were in Blockbuster and they were filming videos of kids, which Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have just been a random guy and he was just trying to like film little kids. I don't know. But apparently in Blockbuster, they were filming videos so that your parents, like if someone abducted you, you had a video that they could have that said, you said your name, how old you were, and where you were from. And so they videotaped me, and then my brother went up, and my brother's 4 or whatever he's gonna say. And they're like, what's your name? And you just hear me in the background saying, tell him Butthead. Tell him Butthead. You can literally hear me. And my brother looks and he's like, Butthead. And then my mom still has them. It's actually hilarious because we're these chubby little kids. And then behind us is like a height chart. It's like a random, like, it was almost like a photo background, but it had a height chart. So you knew how like tall you were. But like, kids were going missing. And that's when they started to go, oh, maybe there's like a problem with this. We should figure that out. And it was just a random Blockbuster thing. But yeah, I still remember that to this day.
To Blockbuster a lot, and they never Adam Walsh to me at all. Like
same here.
Is that odd to you too, Goot, or is that just
I missed out, man?
D-Dog thinks it's weird too. So I'm thinking that some guy was jerking off to me and my brothers.
Then he gave you the yo-yo.
He's gonna find a yo-yo now.
It's the same guy that stole my yo-yo. He's got it hanging in his. He paid some guy to steal my yo-yo so he could. God. He can asphyxiate himself while he jerks off to my Blockbuster video.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at, I think it's filthy too. I'm a nerd, and I did a complete inventory of my Super Nintendo games and my 64 games just to see what the worth was. It was over $1,000, and I don't have like a lot, but I was like, oh snap, okay, cool. A few of them still have the Blockbuster label on the back. And I'm like, oh, I miss those days. There was nothing better about getting a big New Yorker pizza or whatever it was, just, and like mom being like, turn around in the car like, hey, you guys want to go to Blockbuster? I'm like, does the Pope touch little boys? Yes. And he also takes pictures of Rob or Max or whatever his name is. And yes, let's go to Blockbuster. Absolutely.
It's funny because I remember. Oh, here you go. Hold on before.
Is it on your Facebook?
No. Yes, let's go. Okay, so I'm not the only person. Hold on. Let me share this. Let me share it.
Think we put on a list now? You found other Blockbuster victims?
No. Yeah, so it was.
It's always in Philadelphia.
Yep.
What is this?
There's a video of me.
Is that Elijah Wood?
I don't know if this is like this is his full name. Like, why would you put this on the internet?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look at those shorts, bro.
This is wild.
So, and they gave you the fucking VHS of it.
That was 6 minutes long.
That's 6 minutes long. I don't know what that was, but apparently it was called Kid Print.
Oh, so John Walsh did that.
Blockbuster had a service called Kid Print where kids say vital info about themselves in the event that they were kidnapped.
Was it because of John Walsh and old Adam Walsh?
I think so.
They did it back it started in 91. Parents can take their children to any Blockbuster during regular store hours and have them videotaped. Now that I'm really saying all of this out loud, it doesn't sound okay. Law enforcement agencies can use the video in the event the child is kidnapped or missing. Service is free, but parents need to bring a half-inch VHS video cassette or purchase one at Blockbuster. Proceeds from the sale of the Sony tapes would be donated to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. That story was September 3rd of 91. So I don't know how long they did it, but my brother was born in 91. So they've had, if it started in 91, they had to be doing it for years because he was able to like talk. I feel like he was like 3 at least. So it was either 94 or 95 when they did it. But yeah, I don't know why that came to mind, but we were talking about videos. I'm like, oh yeah, we did do that creepily thing in a Blockbuster. And I've never Googled it to see if it was legit. And so I'm talking about, I'm like, oh, God damn it. Someone's been jerking off to my 9-year-old fat self for 30 years.
It's T-Dog. No,
sorry, Matt. Clip it and ship it, Matt.
He's like, hey, don't worry, guys. We got a 10-minute episode out of the entire thing that you guys are talking about. Between getting diddled
3
and
TikTok clips.
saying slurs. But you know what's wild is once you showed that video, I think I vaguely remember that height chart. I never did it, but I kind of remember that being somewhere, maybe not jail.
They had like a little kid corner almost, didn't they? Like the Blockbusters were huge.
I think so because, dude, even the McDonald's back in the day seemed like they were much bigger, and like the Nintendo 64 console that you would play in the while you were waiting for like their order to come through. I'm a little bit younger than you guys though, so maybe. But I was like,
you're playing in a bougie McDonald's, bro. We didn't have any N64s. We were lucky the French fries didn't have dick in them at some point.
I remember
the Windows had bars.
The breakfast buffets they used to have, or the one that I went to. I'm dead set in finding you, Rob, on any of these Blockbuster or Kid Prints on YouTube now.
Oh, dude, that would actually. I wonder if I can. Dude, that's gonna be my mission now.
I know, right?
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's slipped up on the name too. It's right there. It says Max all day, but I'm still gonna call you the other one.
I know. Well, I had it my normal name for the longest time, so I don't fault you, sir.
That I'm trying to remember the last thing that I think I can remember that I even got from Blockbuster, and I think it was GoldenEye. Like I remember I rented the hell out of that when I should have just bought it, and I still don't have it to this day because I rented it the entire time, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I've been on the hunt for it. People are charging like $60 for that game.
Jesus. Dude,
Yeah.
we had a video store called Update Video, and they were trying to compete with Blockbuster. It was like a small. I don't even think it was more than one. I don't know. It could have been. And I think movies came out on Tuesdays then.
Still does.
So it was like New Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah.
And on Tuesdays, new release movies and new release games to rent. And this was back PS1 days, were $1.
Damn.
So my dad would bring me with him because he would always go to Update Video and he would always wait, and there would always be a line of people waiting. And he's like, all right, you can get 2 games. And at the time, I'm like, yeah, 2 games. And now in my head now, as I say it out loud, I'm like, you cheap. That was only $2 goddamn dollars. But no, like we would get, whatever we wanted, and he would sprint and he would get, 2 or 3 of the newest movies, and we would have that movie for I think it was you get it for 2 days or whatever. And he would get home from work and we would just watch movies. Now I couldn't watch some of them, but it all depended on how R it was. But I'll never forget running in with my brother grabbing games, and we're like fighting over which ones we want,
And or just seeing the was it like not the disc, but the case over there, and you're like, yes, but there was they didn't have any in stock, and you're like, son of a bitch. Like I always hated that every time. I'm like, oh, they finally have it. Nope, too slow because mom was a single mom. She had to work late, bitch. Can't get there fast. Do you guys have an Entertainmart near you?
No.
You ever heard of that? It's okay. So did you guys ever have a Hastings near you?
No.
Damn. Okay. So this place sells like vintage games and stuff, toys, some of it pre-owned. They sell all like video games from Atari all the way up to new games. It's kind of like a Blockbuster where you can rent movies and everything as well. They still sell like box sets of like Family Guy and everything that people have like turned in. There's books there, vinyl records, everything at this store. So I always go and look. I bought a Sega Genesis, and they have games for $1 there. I bought Deion Sanders Prime Time for $1. They have a whole, so like that's the closest experience that I get to a Blockbuster now is going there. And then now this, like they always have these random sales to where this week it's they have like these orange tags on all these random items, and it's buy one get one free. Same place that, remember when I bought like a bass guitar for Black Friday? This store, I bought one bass guitar, got one free. Store is awesome, dude. I'm telling you, when I saw the red tags on there, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, so everything's buy one get one on that? And they're like, yeah, everything. And I was like, even the guitars. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh snap, okay.
They're like, please take it.
When
Please.
my wife was waiting in the car and me and my daughter were coming out with like these gigantic bass guitars. One of them was a 5-string electric bass jazz guitar or whatever.
Wow.
Sick, dude. It's absolutely sick. And we're sitting there holding it, and she looks at it and she goes, what the hell did you guys buy? And I was like, for under $100, we walked out with 2 bass guitars. And she's like, what? And I was like, I love this store so
They
much.
try and go out of business. I mean,
dude, it's insane. They sell. They also do like trading cards. So they have a whole bunch of Pokemon cards, everything else. Like they do Magic the Gathering.
Next time you're there, take pictures. Let me know. I'll Venmo you. You gotta hook it up, brother. Come on now,
dude. They sell specific cards too for certain dollar amounts. A lot of people complain that they're kind of high on that stuff, but it's weird.
Yeah, I don't buy the single cards, dude. It's that takes the fun out of everything. I never did. I didn't send you guys the picture of last weekend, did I?
No.
So Pokemon had a new release called Journey Together, and Daddy over here pre-ordered a shit ton, and then Mommy over here, since she's currently helping her mom and she's not actively working, she is my Pokemon person. So I literally will send her to every Target. And she bought so much shit, dude. We opened. Let's see, 1, 2. How many packs do you think we opened, babe?
I thought it was 50 something.
No, just the 2. We had just the 2 booster boxes we had were 72 because each booster box is 36. So we're degenerates. We made a drinking game out of it. So we took our coffee table and we put a pack. We covered the coffee table in Pokemon packs. And we tried to figure out what we were going to do. So T-Dog's like, we have dice. Go get the dice. She's amazing at coming up with drinking games. I don't know what she's autistic. She's autistic. So she uses her power for good. She's like, we got dice. Go get the dice. So I went, we play Yahtzee sometimes. So I grabbed her Yahtzee, right? And she's like, all right, so what do we do for this? I'm like, all right, my idea, which she normally shuts down, but it was a good one. We'll roll the dice. Whatever the dice lands on is the pack you open, but you have to drink.
My idea. Yours was the number.
All right, that was her idea, and then my idea was how much we drank based on the dice number that it landed on. So obviously, we easily opened 120 to 150 packs. It was absurd, but it was so much fun. Like we got the best card in the whole set. Which was hard, which is like super hard to get. We got a couple really good cards. Lily's Clefairy.
Okay, I see it here.
Yeah, it's worth like $220. It was $350 that day, but because it's a new set, the prices fluctuate. It's a lot like the stock market, dude. It's like psh, psh, up down. But it's you can't buy the singles. It's so much fun. I'll send you. I'll put it in the chat. You guys will laugh. I want to see your fucking reaction to it.
I'm gonna have to send you pictures of my 151 collection. Like I have a decent 151 collection. It's not bad. I can't
get 151 anywhere, dude. It is so impossible to get.
I had a solid 1 month of fun whenever they were available, and that was it. It was like Pokemon Go. I got to play it for a short amount of time before people called me gay and then tried to rob me. They didn't really try to rob me, but I saw the stories of people. I think it was probably in Philadelphia, of all places, of people getting robbed at Pokestops. Can you imagine that? Think you're going to have a good time? Oh, hey, let's go get some more Pokeballs. Let's get some potions or whatever. This is going to be a good time. Give me your wallet. What?
So the first one I sent you guys, that's my coffee table. And then the second one, it was the setup. So we had 2 booster boxes, 5 ETBs, which I didn't open 2 of them because they're special edition ones. Bunch of single packs. This is what happens when you let a grown man with disposable income get into a hobby. And with an autistic girlfriend.
That's what, when you got two grown children with adult money. That's what it is, whatever. Yeah, these packs look sick too. Like, I wish I could.
They went back to They have like the gym Pokemon again. Like that's like the whole set is that it's about like having the gym leaders and shit. I don't know Lily. That's a lot of like newer gym leaders. I'm not familiar with
Scarlet
her, they have
and Violet. Yeah,
I know Misty and Brock, baby. That's it.
Brock's in there. I don't. Misty's not in there at all.
Brock is back.
She was such a slut.
Yeah, Brock was in there. This was the chase card I got.
Misty was a squirter. She's a water Pokemon lover, dude. Guarantee it. You can't prove me otherwise. And I just looked at the time, and there's no better way to end it than the claim.
Name of the episode right there. Misty's a squirter.
Misty's a squirter. Got to catch them all. She was trying to catch all the STDs. She was a slut, and I loved her for
just
it.
Just a squirt beside her leg too.
Oh, that's what dude. She was riding that Starmie till the end of time. You saw the way she was sitting on it too. There was always those spikes, but she managed to sit right onto it. And you thought it was him squirting it out. It wasn't Starmie, baby. There's a funnel directly through Misty. So use that. You know what? I like to paint a picture like Galileo or Michelangelo, whatever the hell it is. I like to paint a picture, and I think you guys got a pretty good one of that. So hopefully you enjoyed our stories of being incredibly insensitive, getting yo-yos stolen, Pokemon cards stolen. And you know what? We might even post that picture of the Pokemon cards because I want to see if anybody else has a bigger collection. And also, for those of you wondering, I will start Severance because that apparently seems to be the pick.
Love of Christ.
I'm gonna start a new show for once. So I will give you guys updates. Will it be one episode a week? More than likely, but I'm still gonna try. Damn it! But until next time, we will see you guys later. Matt, you don't have to hit us with the outro. Daddy's gonna do it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Tony, Matt, Tyson, Goat, you been and Rob are bringing this show for y'all. They're gonna say what they want and keep it raw with the show called Body Wrong.